Hi everybody. I find myself having to do another video. This one is ad hoc. It's based on something that someone sent me yesterday and that I want to address. Someone who's a peripheral researcher in the Zodiac case who led people on a wild goose chase about a suspect a long time ago, said that he called the information that I'm giving out here nonsense about DNA because I'm not aware of the recent developments, or that the research I'm talking about is old. Well, the research that I'm talking about is factual. It happened. We know it happened because I've spoken to Alan Keel, and then I spoke to Ray Nixon, who I trust as a source for the information that he gave me about Cydne Holt repeating Alan Keel's work and coming up with the same results, and also not being able to find any DNA from the killer behind a stamp or in the seal of an envelope. To counteract the information I'm giving out here, this person cited the dreaded anonymous source. Now, not only could this person not cite the name of the source, which is okay, I guess, he also couldn't even tell us what the source said. He just made some general comments about, he has hope that there's going to be DNA in the future. Well, sure, there could be hope that there's going to be DNA in the future. You have that small reddish-brown hair that's about 4, 5, 6 millimeters long, and they may be able to get DNA from that in 25 years. So there's hope. There's always hope. But in terms of solving the case right now, I don't think that hair gives us much hope. Now, I spoke to my own anonymous source, and I do have to protect this source because they work in a Bay Area forensics lab. But this source said that they believe that you need about 2 centimeters of hair to do mitochondrial DNA analysis. Now, they didn't comment on nuclear. I have to try to get a comment on nuclear. But if they need 2 centimeters of hair to do mitochondrial DNA analysis, they don't have anywhere near that. In fact, they have less than half of 2 centimeters. They have only 4 or 5 millimeters. So I don't believe that any mitochondrial DNA test can be done right now. Whether a nuclear DNA test can be done, I would imagine, if I had to guess, that they'd need more hair to do a nuclear DNA test. The problem with citing anonymous sources is the difference between the anonymous source that this person cited and the one that Tom Voigt cited in 2018 is that Tom Voigt's source made sense in the sequence of events that we know about Zodiac DNA, from Alan Keel to Cydne Holt to Debbie Perez to the anonymous source. It all made sense. If the anonymous source would have said, they have Zodiac DNA, they've had it since 2002, I would have had a problem with that, and I would have wanted to have known who this anonymous source was. Now, the source that was cited from the information that I saw yesterday is coming out with something completely different, that basically giving people hope that there is DNA in the Zodiac case, and not addressing whether there's any DNA or any cells or saliva from the killer on the letters. Now, we know allegedly that in 2001 sfpd found saliva and DNA from someone who couldn't be the Zodiac killer. Well, we're not worried about who couldn't be the Zodiac killer. We're worried about the Zodiac killer, unless they want to say he had an accomplice, in which case this person's DNA should have been on all the letters, not just on one letter. Was it? We don't know, because sfpd keeps us in the dark. They're playing this game where they're perpetuating the hope that there's going to be a DNA solution in the case, I believe, for their own reasons, but not giving the public any information that would really be overly helpful to them. So this anonymous source, when you quote anonymous sources, you have to at least be able to give out the information that they gave. Otherwise, you have an anonymous source and anonymous information, and who does that help? Nobody. So I don't give much credence to what this person said. Like I said, they already have a bad reputation in my book for fabricating and distorting evidence against a suspect to make him to try to force feed us that he was the Zodiac killer when he wasn't. So you have to take the information for what it's worth, and when it's coming from a source like that, it's hardly reliable in my book, and hardly advisable to take this person at face value. So that's the short video I wanted to put up this morning. Have a good day. Bye.